up guys, Arolf here, back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame War Machine Mark 6. This is Build-A-Figure Hulk, so let's get into it. So taking a look around the packaging, on the top you get the Avengers A logo, on both sides you get a nice picture of War Machine, same thing on the back with a brief description, so pause if you want to read and look at that. And on the bottom, a UPC, scan if you want it, and without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is War Machine next to a couple of Avengers, and also the Build-A-Figure Thanos, and a couple of War Machine armors that I have in my collection, and don't forget Rocket and Groot. For War Machine's accessories, here you get one pair of guns, so these guns attach to the forearm. So looking at it, pretty basic sculpt, it looks okay. It's molded out of this metallic dark gray plastic. And you can see there is a peg hole here if you want to attach some effect pieces like these blast effect pieces that came from Iron Man. So if you want, you can attach that, and this is what it looks like on the figure. And lastly, for his accessories here, you get his shoulder cannon, which is nicely sculpted and nicely detailed compared to the forearm cannons. You can see it's molded out of that same dark gray metallic plastic, and you can see the paint apps are painted cleanly as well. And this is what it looks like on the figure with all the weapons attached. And just showing you the articulation on this shoulder cannon right here. Since it's on a ball joint, you can move it side to side like so, but it's hindered by the head. And since it's not on a ball joint, you can have some wobble right there, and you can move it up a little bit like so, and down a little bit, just not too much, or you might pop off the little shoulder cannon here. Now attaching it on the other side here, you can get some articulation as well if you want to do some of those poses like so. And I wish that they had a different option of attaching this. It is cool on the shoulder here, but I wish you can attach it on the back like so, like have it stored like that, but that's okay. So taking a closer look at War Machine here, starting off with the head sculpt. I really do like this head sculpt compared to the other War Machine armors because it seems more aggressive, and you can see it's kind of slimmed down near the jaw area. But just looking at this armor, it looks pretty cool. It has this matte texturing to the chest and some areas with glossy parts, so it does look a little weird in some lighting situations. But looking at these shoulder pads here, they are made out of a soft rubbery plastic, and you can see the glue is starting to peel off from articulating the arms outward, so be cautious on that. But just looking at the rest of the armor here, the torso does look a little funky to me because the abdomen area does seem a little too slimmed down or narrowed down too much. I wish it was a little bit bulkier on the sides here. But armor wise, even though that this was from the concept art, it does look very similar to the ones that we get in the movie armor wise, like I said. But color wise, obviously he had the Patriot color, so hopefully Hasbro does a remolding or a repainting of this figure in the future, and that would be nice because I really do like this sculpt. It's just the proportions are kind of weird in some places, like on the torso area and kind of here on the legs. There are some little silver markings here and there, but that is expected with this figure, and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. For War Machine's articulation here, starting off with the head, it's on a ball hinge, so it does rotate side to side, hindered by that shoulder piece right there, and upward that much. So if you want to get some flying poses, you can't. So that's disappointing, and downward that much, which is good. Also has the tilty shifty head movement like so. Arms do rotate all the way around. They bend outward that far, a little less than 90 degrees. You can see how the shoulder pad warps here on the right arm, but doesn't on the left, so that's okay. inward that much. Also has a bicep swivel all the way around, single jointed elbow right there, a little less than 90 degrees right there, and a rotation at the elbow side to side, but hindered by this little silver piece that's sticking out. So yeah. Now the hands here, they do rotate all the way around. They bend up that far and downward that much for the fist. Now for the other hand here, the relaxed hand, you can rotate it all the way around, move up that far for some repulsor poses, and downward that much. Now the torso here, it's on a ball joint, so you can bend it forward that far, which is disappointing. Back that much, which is also disappointing, hindered by the sculpted armored pieces. Side to side like so, and 360-degree rotation like that. Now the legs here are a little bit better, which you can kick forward that far, so you could sit down like so, and backward that much, which is good. Also has the upper thigh swivel right there, which rotates side to side, but not all the way around. Also has a double jointed knee right there, which is good. And the feet here are unhinged, so they bend downward that far, up that much, which is okay. Also has the ankle pivot, which finally they gave for a War Machine figure. Legs move outward that far, and doing the ankle pivot test. This is going to take a while. Just cut to the portion, and he is good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. Picking up this wave piece by piece. So I already have Rescue, so be on the lookout for that review coming tomorrow or possibly the day after that when I have time. But overall, this figure is okay. The only thing that I could say about the proportions is, to summarize it, is the proportions aren't distributed evenly, even though that this is supposed to be like the Hulkbuster for War Machine. Just the bulkiness just doesn't look right. If you take off the Gatling guns on the forearms, then it would look a little bit better, but it just looks too bulky and doesn't look proportionally right. Enough of that. I really do like the sculpt. The paint job is pretty standard for a Hasbro figure, kind of clean and sloppy on some areas, and a little paint speckles here and there in the plastic. So yeah, it's an okay average Hasbro figure. If you can find him, he comes 2 per case. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Mora, signing out. Peace.